All right, we are live. All right. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. Okay. Okay, guys, welcome. I'm not sure if I have any viewers. I don't know if this thing works. We're going to hang out for a few minutes, and then we are going to get started. Hello. If you guys are coming on, you can say, hey, what's up, Sandra and Kristen? We're going to give it a few more minutes before we start the live. Let everybody get on. Okay. Hey, what's up? All right. Okay, guys, we got 6 viewers. I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So, let me make sure I get to see y'all's comments. All right. Okay. Hello there, my Avoyles Prep page people. My name is Stephen Brooks. Welcome to the Ask the PT live broadcast. It's August 29th, 2019. I'm glad you guys could be here. We're going to go into a little background about myself for those of you who don't know me. I've been a PT and strength coach for about 18 years. I did my first 2 years at schooling at Miami-Dade, which is in Miami, Florida. Finished my undergrad at FIU. That's also a school in Miami. I went to Barry University for a while, and I transferred back to FIU to finish my graduate degree in exercise science. So I started as a PT in '02 at Bally Total Fitness. I was a strength coach at a D1 university for about 3 years while I was in school. I moved back to Louisiana in 2008. I've been working as a PT and strength coach at Built by Don Fields Fitness Center since I moved back. So I'm a CSCS. I'm also the assistant powerlifting coach at Holy Savior Menard High School. Worked with just about every school and major lifter from this area at one point or another, as well as other athletes in various sports. And I also have an online training coaching business. So that wraps it up about me. So today I will be offering you guys some fat loss tips, training, and lifestyle suggestions so you can throw it in your program and so you can maximize your time in the gym as it relates to your goals as well as impact your overall health. I'm going to cover a lot of information. So take notes if you want. I do want to honor your time, so I don't want to be on this thing all night. So I won't go into too much detail. So now, first thing I'm going to suggest to do to free up more of your day, because I know you guys are busy, you guys don't want to waste your time in the gym. First topic, this pertains more to the ladies in our group. So, guys, y'all can, chill for a little bit. Get to you guys in a second. Ladies are first anyway. So now, sure, most everybody on this page, you guys exercise. In most cases, believe in almost every case, the first thing, okay, oh, hang on, guys. Let me silence that. Sorry about that. Now, what's the first thing you do when you guys walk in the gym with a bunch of scary looking machines you've never seen before, big old heavy weights, buff guys walking around with tattoos? First thing you do, in most cases, it's the only thing you do. Most women just walk over to the cardio room and you do mindless steady state cardio for just about the whole time you're in the gym, which includes the treadmill, the elliptical, the pre-core, and etc. And you ignore all the awesome tools behind you that could be benefiting you way more than the treadmill. Now, what awesome tools am I talking about? I'm talking about the scary weight room. I know gyms are scary, and I know when it comes to weight training, you're not sure what to do, how to do, what exercise to do. It's totally understandable, but the bottom line fact is that, going with the treadmill stuff, I can talk about it all night. Heavier circuit weight training has a much bigger impact on your everything than steady state cardio. Ups your metabolism, ups your fat loss, improves your body composition. Hey, that's a fat loss reason to do it. Increases your actual muscular structure. No, you're not going to turn into a man if you lift heavy weights, by the way. You don't have the hormones to get all like buff and jacked up. So heavier weight training will give you the shape you want that the world loves so much. So also, if you have more muscle, you're going to burn more fat. So it's more fat loss. We love it. So it'll increase more your hormones that'll burn more fat. It also helps with stress management. Stress does cause unnecessary weight gain, like fat. So who wants that? Not me. So now I'm not saying cardio, mindless treadmill cardio is bad. It's definitely better than nothing. But sometimes I get on the treadmill. But what I suggest is don't be afraid to grab heavier dumbbells or just lift heavier and challenge yourself because, you will. If you all heard the coin phrase, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. So now. If you guys aren't sure what to do when you're working out, you guys could either you can go talk to a staff member, or you can look it up on YouTube, or you can contact me if you would like. So anyway, okay, now for the guys in the group, it's pretty simple. Consider everything I just said to the ladies, except you're going to add some testosterone in the conversation. Basically, if you want to add more muscle and lose some body fat, increase your volume of your weight training as in lifting heavier. Going to volitional failure, or doing more reps in a small amount of time, or just spending more time in the eccentric phase of the movement, and making sure you're getting enough uninterrupted sleep. So recovery is big when it comes to your desired training goals. So I didn't mention this earlier with the ladies, but you need sleep too. So growth hormone and all the other hormones that you want peak in your sleep. So all the things that we aim for with the hormonal response with different modes of training happens in our sleep. So everybody needs sleep. Sleep's very important. So lift more and sleep more. All right. No questions. Anybody said anything? Nope. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Now, let me cover my notes here. So now with all my talk about training, when it really comes to changing the way you look and feel, I think all people that are watching this or on this page want to look and feel better. 80 to 90% of anything you want is in your nutrition plan. Even with a phenomenal program for any kind of structural health goal, whatever, exercising is at best 20%. So if you have some sort of limitations, it's even less. So now, I didn't mention above, but back in the day, I was a high-level competitive powerlifter in college. So nutrition and supplementation was just as much as part of my program as my training. So up until recently, I struggled with getting enough nutrition and supplementation in. I didn't have time to food prep. I was all about getting my calories in. I wasn't considering where the calories were coming from, getting enough calories, my pre and post workout recovery, just about anything and everything food and supplementation had to offer. I struggled with considering everything I knew. So even being in the health and fitness field. So, believe it or not, back then, which was a while ago, I did lack some education that I really needed to have more of an impact on my general health, as well as pass it on to my clients. So I didn't realize then that now that it does matter where food comes from. Basically, to put things into perspective, when you guys have your eating plan, the hamburger from McDonald's is not the same as the grass-fed beef burger from Outback. Livestock, red meat, and this, I'm not saying the red meat out, but depending on where you get it from, it's shot with antibiotics, hormones, steroids, you name it. That's going into our food system, and I was eating it. So as well, it's probably you. So sourcing does matter, okay, and ingredients matter as well. But everything I was doing then, it was tough back then. It almost felt like a job, and a lot of people still feel overwhelmed when it comes to changing your lifestyle because it is challenging. But there are solutions, so we'll talk about that in a second. So hold that thought. So let's fast forward to today. Kristen and I met this year. We talked online about training and about nutrition and all that jazz. And so the next thing we know, she's, in the gym where I train, and we're doing a consultation. So in our initial consultation, we got into the lifestyle part with nutrition and things of the such. And, we both realized that we saw eye to eye on the same level about a lot of things. We both used a holistic nutrition approach with our nutrition and our supplementation. I'm sorry, I got off track. Excuse me. We both used a holistic nutrition approach with our food and our supplementation. So with everything I mentioned earlier about all the nutrition supplementation issues I had in college, I still had the same food prep issue, which I wasn't doing it. And, I would try, but I usually would fail miserably. So, I don't know, believe everybody knows, Kristen just so happens she preps food for people. So, and she does possess, if not the same, probably more knowledge about nutrition than me. So, I'm a client of hers now. I eat the bodybuilding prep. So, if you guys want the bigger meals, y'all should try it out. It's bomb. I love it. And I know it's healthy, and it's fueling my body, and it's comforting to me to know that it's available to me, that I didn't have this in college. And so I'm loving it. So, but anyways, so we got any questions? Hey, no. All right. I guess we got 11 viewers now. Okay. So now on more to the actual lifestyle change. Now there is an easy to follow lifestyle hack that I'm gonna get into now. Now everybody knows processed foods are terrible for you. Diet, even like the diet stuff is bad for you as well. So like Diet Coke, for example, it does you no justice with the aspartame and artificial flavoring that's in it. So it's actually it's better to drink standard Coke than drink the aspartame and the other stuff that it has more of a weight gaining effect than it does the regular Coca-Cola. So which I don't drink either. But now what I try to do is I educate people on what to avoid to make healthy choices. So if you're aware of artificial flavoring, artificial coloring, GMOs, stomach irritants, heavy metals, all that stuff, it's in almost everything on the shelves at the grocery store, and the health food store. So you're probably buying it on the daily and you don't even know it. So what I've done over the last few years, Kristen is doing this as well, is we supplement a meal replacement or replacements on the daily to bridge the nutrition gap with good fats, good carbs, fiber, under-nature protein, micronutrients, the whole 9 yards, with the clean ingredient list, not causing more problems than it's preventing. So if you guys know this, but a lot of the health problems we have today are directly related to the things that we eat. Okay, I know most people are on the go. Drinking a meal replacement shake takes less than a minute to make. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. When I was in college, I was always pressed for time. It seemed like it was like a no-brainer. So I don't know if any of you ever tried. Like back then, I was eating 3,500 plus calories. So if you've ever tried to eat that much in one day and do that day in and day out, it's pretty difficult if you do healthy whole food sources. And I did that in college. Sometimes it was hard getting those things in, like vegetables and fiber sources, things I didn't really enjoy eating. I didn't really enjoy eating them, but I had to eat them because it was part of my program. And sometimes I didn't eat them because I was too mentally tired. I didn't want to force feed myself. This whole concept of the shake system with supplementation is much easier to ingest, and it fills in the gaps in my program. So now, notice I said meal replacement, not protein shake. Somebody can ask about that in the Q&A, so y'all know, what a meal replacement should be. Some supplements you see out there say meal replacement, but they're really not. So now there's a standard nutrition model we follow with meal plan options. I'll follow different than the standard because I'm on a bodybuilding prep. So the food and shakes in my daily will look different than others. Kristen is doing the standard nutrition model we follow. Along with that, she does a nutritionally cell-supported cleanse once a week. There's 5 parts to the weight loss system that we use. The cleanse is a major part of it, especially if you're not exercising. It's also a big part of the performance system as well. Even though, guys, you heard the word weight loss, I cleanse myself. It jacks up your growth hormone, helps with cell rejuvenation, all this good stuff that's super healthy for you. So now I'm gonna toot a little horn for Kristen a little bit. Since we've been working out, she's done the cleanse and she started her shakes and everything. She's down 9 pounds of fat. She's 3.52% body fat. She's lost an inch on each arm, 4 inches in her stomach, which is big. That's huge, and 2 inches in her legs. So now, dropping body fat is probably the most important thing health aspect when it comes to assessing your health. I know people like to use scale, but it's kind of a good tool to use to gauge your health at times, because sometimes it doesn't change, but your body composition can be changing. So having a high level of body fat puts you at a much higher risk for health problems than being heavier, because I'm overweight, but I have a lot of muscle mass. So now, okay, no, so that wraps it up. Now, Q&A, I finished it in 15 minutes and 28 seconds. Y'all hit me with some questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And if I can't, I will find somebody that can answer those questions if I don't know the answer. So, anybody? Nobody? Oh, wait. Okay. I didn't see the comments. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Robin. Hey, Stacy. Okay, so Lauren asked, do you have to wait 40 hours in weight training sessions? I've read some studies that said 24 hours is adequate. Yes, it depends on what you're doing. So a lot of people, there's strength training and there's bodybuilding. So depending on the stimulus, if you do like a max effort exercise, like a compound lift, you would want to have more recovery. But I mean, if you're just exercising just to move and feel better, I really wouldn't worry so much about doing too much training, or like some people some people do like a split routine where one day they do upper, one day they do lower, and which is fine. And but you can also do, I mean, you really move every day, so you can actually train. I wouldn't just recommend training full body every day. Usually what I tell people, if you really want to build some muscle and structure, is you could stimulate, do your legs at least twice a week. A lot of people, they do one muscle group once a week. It's like, no, you need to do it 2, maybe even 3 times, and as well as the upper body. Normally what I suggest with people, depending on if you only train, like if you have 7 days to train, you can do a lot and you can really get specific. But if you only do like 3, if you do weight training for 3 days a week, it's okay to do 3 full body days. So I wouldn't worry so much about doing too much, because most people they're not training at a high enough intensity to do too much. So you could actually do well, if you squat heavy, on Monday, I wouldn't squat heavy again until, or do like, so when we do our max effort and dynamic effort, the heavier squats usually like on a Wednesday or Thursday, or more so, it could be like a percentage of your max. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. So I can go more into detail with you about that. So, all right. So hope that answered your question, Lauren. How do you measure body fat percentage? Robin, you can do either, I like to use my calipers. Where are we at? Oh, there they go. I have a Skinfold calipers. So I pinch you in 3 areas. There's 7 or 9 areas I can do, but the 3 is pretty accurate. So if you want, you can come by the gym, I believe you're local, and we can take your body fat. Or, you take the sum of the Skinfolds and you add the sum up, and there's like I don't know the actual formula in my head, but you look at the chart and it'll give you or you can do it online. They can give you what your body fat percentage is, which is a good tool for judging how healthy you are. Women should be in between fitness categories in between 20 and 25%. Athletes are in between like 15 and 20. So if you're above 25%, the higher your body fat, the higher risk you are for developing certain health problems like osteoporosis, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, development of heart disease, certain forms of cancer, diabetes. So it's always good. It's always some of it's genetic. So everybody in my family has. I have some people that are not overweight in my family, but yet they have high blood pressure. So that could be genetic. But a lot of other problems that we have can be dealt with better if your body composition is. If you have a lower level of body fat. So, yeah. Right. Okay. Anybody have any more questions? All right. So if that is it, if you guys have think of anything that you would like to add, you can always message me, and I can answer that. So now, so I hope y'all enjoyed my live. If you have any questions about anything, like I just said, you can message me. If I can answer it, like I said, I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction. Kristen does have a September Slim Down special going on, so y'all can message her about that if you're interested with the, all the details. So I want to thank you, Kristen, and y'all for having me, and hope y'all found some value in this video, in this live, and look forward to seeing y'all next time. See you guys. Let me see if I learn how to end this thing. Oh, wait. Did I miss a question? I did. Maybe I got to refresh it. Okay, so I don't see any other questions. So, okay. Let me see. Okay, guys. All right. And in live video.